So hi everyone, welcome back to Nuskis, and today I have Mitali Bhalla with me. So she is currently placed at RedHat as SRE Intern. So hi Mitali, so please tell me a little bit about yourself.
Hi everyone, I'm Mitali Bhalla and I'm pursuing my BTech in Computer Science and Engineering from Pranveer Singh Institute of Technology, Kanpur. And recently I've entered in my final year. So my journey in this college has been really amazing, coming from zero coding background and learning everything uh, right from scratch with the help of these amazing people around. It has been really a roller coaster, but actually worth.
Nice. So basically you are in third year, right?
Fourth year.
Okay, so
Now I've
means
entered in.
now you are in fourth year, but
Right,
when you cracked RedHat, so you were in third year,
right,
right? Okay, fine.
right.
So Mitali, how many interview rounds? So first of all, we will talk about how did you apply?
So I was looking out for some off-campus opportunities, and I had some interest in internships as well. So I started going through LinkedIn. It's the
Okay,
best place to get what you want, like where your interest lies.
nice.
And the second place is YouTube. Like you have a number of people to tell you what opportunities are coming up. So
Right.
I started to apply at any other opportunity that was coming in my way. So Red Hat was one of them. So at that time, Red Hat was posting for an internship. So I applied at their careers page. And I'll tell you, at first, my CV got rejected.
Okay,
So at that time, I realized the value of how you inculcate your resume in a better way. So I
nice.
applied next time with a better modified resume. And fortunately, I got an email from them that they are hosting us for a drive.
Hmm.
So around, I guess, after 5 days, there was a drive over there, and it was primarily for people who will be ready to join immediately. So they had this clause that only 21 batch, and after that, people those will be fine.
Okay,
But I actually thought that why not I give the test and I cracked it with my merit.
hmm.
So the test that was hosted, it was on HackerRank platform, and it primarily involved coding. Two questions from coding of medium level, one SQL query, not basic one, but a mixture of two or three subqueries, and then questions like about Linux, about computer science domain, computer networking, software engineering, and data structures. Data structures covered the major part in that.
Okay,
So
fine.
I gave that test,
Hmm.
and it was on HackerRank. That was the first round.
Okay, that was the
So
first round.
yeah. So after around 10 days, I got a phone call from someone from Red Hat saying that I've qualified the first round, so I am
Hmm.
entitled to appear for an interview. So followed that, I had two interviews. So test was the first round, and two interviews were the subsequent rounds.
Okay, fine. So your first round, कितने कितने hours का था first round?
Uh, if I'm not wrong, it was around 1 hour, approximately 1 hour.
1 hour. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Nice.
So
So
it,
means, hmm.
yeah, please go on.
So means that first round consisted of all the questions from computer science. Means data
Every
structures,
area. Yeah,
every area, every domain it covered. Right.
right.
Okay, fine. So now after 10 days, you got a call for the second round, right? Okay. So what was the second round?
So first of all, it was since Red Hat is it follows a diversified culture.
Hmm.
So at the time of opening of internships, so there were basically 3 or 4 areas where you could apply. So one
Okay.
was software developer. The second one was SRE.
Hmm.
The third was quality engineer. And the
Okay.
fourth one was something related to computer science only, though I don't exactly remember. So I applied for SRE first. SRE was my first preference. Then I
Okay.
opted for SD. So
Fine.
I at the moment I opened the Zoom Google Meet link for I got to know that I have secured 93% in that test I gave.
Nice.
So there's a senior SRE in our team. He is
Okay.
in Australia. So he was there to take my interview, and he warmed up with me. And the first thing he showed me was my test score. entire test with all the answers over there.
Okay.
And then he went on to ask questions about, first of all, he asked basic things like what is Python and some technical things about Python, that what are drawbacks in Python you find, and if I started my journey with C, then why I shifted to Python? Why not C? And if yes, then why C? So things like these.
So he was
Because
trying to clarify that whatever language you are preferring, why are you preferring that?
right. So he actually twisted me around, like various benefits, demerits of every language we find around. And the most amazing thing I found was, like, we all know Red Hat is first of all known for Linux. So everybody could expect that, right? Like they'll twist you around Linux only. The beauty of that interview was he just asked me to explain and tell what I perceive about Linux, what Linux is. So he said that let's assume that I don't know what Linux is. You tell me what Linux is. So I explained Linux the way I read about it, I understood about it.
Okay.
So that was around Linux, and some basic questions like what do we actually consider while developing a software, and these were the first computer science related technical questions. Then it shifted to my project background, situational analysis. So that was about first round.
Okay, so as far as I'm getting your interview, so that means they were trying to just they were trying to know that whatever you know, whether you know it in the right way or not. So means they were not focusing
Right,
how much you know.
right,
Right.
exactly.
Okay, fine, great. So okay, so that was all about the second interview, second round. So कितने देर तक चला था ये second round?
1 घंटा almost.
1 घंटा almost. Okay, so is there any percentage criteria also, because you mentioned right back that you got 93%. So is there any percentage criteria also?
I think so, because the test that we were hosted at, it was there in at
No,
their
means
internal.
sorry to interrupt you, but definitely it should be, it must have some percentage criteria.
Yeah,
But is there
because in
any?
that test,
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
yeah, because in that test, around more than 200 people appeared for that drive.
Okay.
And after, I don't think that someone who got below 90% in that test got a call from the for the interview.
Okay.
Because I've had people on LinkedIn connect to me and asking me about the results, so they never got a
Fine.
call. Yeah, there must be a criteria like.
So means 90% should be scored.
Yeah, I believe so. It should be.
Okay, fine. Okay. So okay, so now your second round was cleared.
Yeah,
Definitely it was cleared. That's why you are in Red Hat. So now what was in third round?
So third round was with my manager. In Red Hat, there is no entitled boss system. It's the manager.
Okay.
So since SRE was my first preference, so our senior manager for SRE, they interviewed me for my second round. So it was more of a behavioral, situational, and pressure test, I would say. So it revolved around my resume. Most of it evolved around my resume and the projects I made in my third year, or some projects I made beforehand as well, and around my weaknesses and my strengths. So you can take that the ingredients were these things that I just stated, and the questions were around situations and how would I react to that situations, because SRE is something which is not really new to people because it is not expanded in most of the companies. It originated in Google and it is there in most of the product-based companies around. Still, there are people who don't know what SRE is, what DevOps is. So, a very major part of my interview was judging that how much I know what an SRE is. And if I know what an SRE is, how much I myself believe that I fit in that bag. So it basically evolved around that only.
Okay, fine. So that was your third round, right?
Right.
Okay, so means it was technical plus managerial kind of round, right?
Kind of.
Okay, fine. So we can say that it was like hiring managerial round.
Yeah, but on a technical aspect, not on
Technical aspect.
the point of view of an HR, not that way. It was a technical situational behavior
Yeah.
because that is very important as SRE because
Right.
it's not a static job, it's a dynamic job.
Mhm. Nice. So, did you have any further rounds also? Yeah, it was your last round.
No, it was my last round,
Okay,
and
fine.
after like days, I got a call that yes, I've been selected as an intern. Sorry.
Okay,
So
fine.
that
So,
was like,
congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
Okay. So, means there were in total there were three rounds. The first was written, second was face to face, and third was also face to face.
Right.
I think it is nice. ठीक है, बढ़िया. So, after that you joined. So, when did you join? Means when
So
was
I
your
joined.
joining date?
Yeah, it was 1st July. It's
First
like
July.
21 only.
Okay, okay. So it's been around, it's going to be 2 months.
2 months. Two
Fine.
months.
So are you enjoying working at Red Hat?
Yeah, totally. Like I feel interning with Red Hat, it has changed me totally, both as a
Okay.
professional and as on my personal level as well. You inculcate n number of things around you, and you get to learn things that you never could have imagined. So it's no doubt it's a challenge that you get to hear something that you have to perform, and you have
Hmm.
never heard about it. So you do your best to get into it because you feel that right, this is my responsibility to do that. It's not a
Hmm.
college task that I can linger.
Definitely. Yeah, corporate is very different, definitely.
Yeah.
So I'm just asking this question on the otherwise part. So did you get some Red Hat also? Red Hat.
No, actually, in Red Hat, it is known as Fedora. So
Okay.
that I'll be getting soon, most probably by the end of my internship. Yeah, but
Okay.
I got some goodies like
Okay.
Red Hat t-shirts, some planners,
Fine,
and
fine.
of course the my like very super duper laptop with Red Hat Linux installed in it.
Nice, nice. So you should, I think you should have been in your Red Hat t-shirt right now.
Yeah, yeah, you could say that.
Hmm. I think it is nice. So how is the culture at Red Hat? Means how people are there. So
So, Red Hat is, if I can say one word for Red Hat, it is wow. Because it's not something that, even though we are students, that we never get to learn or hear like what corporates actually work. But in Red Hat, there is no as such policy. There is diversification, but at the end, all people have these values of helping each other, taking each other equally with them.
nice.
Even though being an intern, I was never ever considered as a non-important part of that organization. Everyone comes in support of me. They tell me that yes, I am important for them, I am an asset for them, and everyone is supportive over there. And the best thing I've learned about Red Hat is that they are not expecting you to come from a background where you know everything. They just expect you to have the will to learn. You are never ever judged for your mistakes, never
Hmm.
ever judged for things that you don't know. But what important is that how much you learn and how much you don't repeat your mistakes in future. So that is
Nice.
what I love about Red Hat. So according to me, I'm like very much blessed to have been part of that organization, like no matter for how much time. But it has been something which has been a turning point in my life, both in professional and personal.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So means you are really enjoying the company.
Yeah, definitely.
Nice. Okay. So Mitali, like you said that you had zero coding background, right, earlier. So definitely means if you are applying for Red Hat, definitely you will think about that. Okay, there is going to be something related to coding also, right? So means how did
Right.
you motivate yourself for joining Red Hat? So means what challenges you faced and all.
So I'll take a bit time in this, and I'll tell you that I got introduced to C language when I entered in semester 1 of my college. So
Okay.
I've been fortunate enough that my college had teachers to get that base within me very strong.
Hmm.
So the particular teacher who taught me in the C language in my college, I
Hmm.
really give credits to him. Uh, um, there's one Mohan sir in our college who taught us C language. So
Okay.
he's the one who made this base in my like self very strong. Though I stumbled after some time because every student when gets to have it interface with data structures, so you get somewhere stuck. Your pace slows down. And at that time also, I signed up on HackerRank for coding. Though I
Okay.
was, even though I was consistent in my efforts, but at times, at easy programs, even I used to get stuck for like they were like
Hmm.
2 to 3 days when wasn't able to even pass the sample test cases.
Okay.
So I decided that no, I'll just not go with this pace. I have to
Hmm.
buck up. So by the end of by the end of my second year, I started to work on really hard on that. I actually, you can say I never changed my sitting place for more than like 3 years. It's
Hmm.
like daily I just get that entitled in my room and from day to night I just do study and just do coding and coding. I've been following YouTube videos a lot. Like I know Skrit, I followed like anything. There's no playlist I haven't watched. So
Okay.
and it was like I saw you in the college, in our college when you came, and you mentored us. So I can say that coming from this amateur coder to someone who has a bit experience in coding. So I like beat my college teachers, my few teachers, and then you came. So it has been a very great mixture, which has been a blessing for me. And then as you know, like I used to come to you for guidance. You guided me a lot in this journey, and primarily the you can say the grip I have on this particular things like Python or something like I get to make up some logics in my mind. So that is because of you, my coding efforts, and due to like my teachers there in the college. Like they always supported me no matter how much I failed and all. So this has been that way. And even though I've also faced rejections, like some college placements started in my college by the end of
Hmm.
third year. There were some placements I wasn't able to crack the further rounds, but I remained consistent. And I'll definitely give credits to my parents in this because they were the ones who never failed to believe in me. My
Definitely.
teachers, like there are n number of them, I can't name them like one by one. I'll
Hmm.
definitely miss out a few names in that case. And of course you, because I remember I used to reach out to you anything I feel for. So even though in my Red Hat journey, if you remember, I was the first one to ask you when the interview round came, and I used to say, "Ab मैं क्या पढूं sir? अब मुझे नहीं पता. You tell me what to do." So it has been an effort for like so many people, but I think that what drives you is your consistency and a will to succeed.
Definitely. And I think rejections are the part of your success. Okay. And rejection is something that makes you more motivated for, achieving your goals. Right.
Right.
So having a rejection in your life, if you, after having a rejection, if you are sitting like, okay, अब नहीं हो पाएगा मेरे से यार, अब नहीं है, तो आप वो भी कर सकते हो definitely. But
हाँ.
rejection is something जो जिससे तुम्हें और motivated होना चाहिए for the further, rounds and all,
But
right?
there comes a phase like no one, as we say, no one is perfect. There comes a phase when you stop believe, you get fed up with a number of rejections and
Definitely.
rejections. You feel that maybe am I not in, like I'm not in the right direction, or
Hmm.
either I really don't have the capability to do such things. But what I felt is throughout my journey that you always need two types of guidances in your life, and you should always remember that you are never old enough to not ask for some advice for someone. And like no matter what age you reach, you are never wise enough totally. So two types of guidances you actually need. The first one is from your mentors and your teachers who are in this field. Like, you never ever consider yourself that you are actually going in 100% right direction by your own. You time to time have to reach to your teachers, you have to tell your progress, you have to tell your
Definitely.
failures to them, so that you they actually kind of पकड़ना आपकी weakness कहाँ पे आप lag कर रहे हो. So
Mm-hmm.
always reach out to them time to time. And the second type of guidance is from maybe your mentors, your family, because they know certain qualities and potentials in you that even you don't know, that you don't get to have light on them. So always reach out to these two types of people in your life, and just believe on yourself. That's what I think. You just need to have this hunger, like even you say that you have to burn, like literally you have to burn to have something. And you are a live example of that in front of us. So yeah, that's where it has been.
Okay. So I think तुमने तो already discuss कर दिया. मैं next question यही पूछने वाला था कि तुम अपने juniors को क्या suggest करती हो. So you have already uh, told about it. So anything specifically that you want to say to your juniors, because definitely your juniors will be watching this video.
Yeah, definitely. See, just say that most of you probably will have a more stronger background in terms of technical expertise than I had. And given the fact that most of my immediate juniors, they have got this lockdown opportunity, what I call, in which we could have worked a lot on ourselves. But yes, there's no as such time. You are never late to start anything. You just have to believe in yourself. And the way I said, always reach out to these two people in your life. Even though dedication and consistency is a short thing to achieve something, you have to be properly organized as well. Even
Definitely.
like I've seen people with n number of superior technologies within them fail to reach at some point just because they never had planning with them. So
Definitely.
time to time you have to plan and reorganize with the help of these two guidances I told you.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
all
kind
it's
of
need.
it's a kind of redeployment.
Yeah, you can say that.
Do some
Redeploy.
changes and then redeploy.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Yeah. I think because consistency is something which is very, very important. Yeah,
Right.
definitely. So thank you, Mitali, for this interview. Right. And
Thank
yeah,
you
I
so
think
much.
it was great, and congratulations to you once again for your journey.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It was an honor to be to have this with you. And I'll definitely say that thank you so much for supporting me out. And you never like stop to believe in your students, no matter what stage they are at. And I'm not just saying it from my perspective. I've seen that happening, that magic happening. So thank you so much for it, and keep posting these wonderful videos. They are my saviors.
Yeah, sure. Okay, fine. Thank you.